This is Hands-on Equations, Lesson 19. In this lesson, you will learn that you can use zero pairs of cubes as part of your setup. Let's see how this works. I have star minus a positive 3 equals a negative 6. So star, remember, is a white cube, and I need to subtract a positive 3, but I don't have a positive 3 to subtract. But I know that I could add a zero pair of 3s, so a green 3 and a red 3, and now I can subtract that red 3 as part of my setup. So star minus 3 is the same as star plus negative 3. And on the right side, I have negative 6. Now I have a setup that I am more familiar with, and I can perform my legal moves. So I want to get rid of this negative 3. And I see that I have just a negative 6 on this side. So I'm going to add in my missing half of a zero pair. So red 3s to both sides. Now I've created this zero pair, so I can take that down, drop it down. Now I need to do a little work on this right side. I have two cubes of two different colors, so I know I need to rewrite the cube that has the larger digit. I'm going to rewrite that as 2 negative 3s. I'm going to bring this one over. So 2 green 3s is the same as a green 6, but now I've created that zero pair. Slide this one over. So here's my zero pair, and now I can drop that down. And so I have star is equal to negative 3. Now I'm going to go back to my original equation before I started to do any legal moves. And I started with this, so I have negative 3 plus negative 3 is negative 6. And on the right side, I have negative 6 as well. So negative 6 equals negative 6. Let's try another one. 3 stars minus a negative 2 is equal to a positive 8. So I have my 3 stars, 3 white pawns, and they want me to subtract a negative 2, a green 2, but I don't have a green 2 to subtract. So I'm going to add a zero pair of 2s in to create the negative 2 that I can take away as part of my setup. So 3 stars minus a negative 2 is the same as 3 stars plus 2. And then I have an 8. Now this is really familiar to me. I know if I have cubes of the same color on both sides, I could subtract 2 from each side. And 8 minus 2 is a positive 6. That came from level 1. So a number 3 times is equal to 6. So I know that star is equal to 2. Now I can go back to my original setup before I started doing any legal moves to do my check. So I have 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Well, that's worth 8. And my right side is worth 8 as well. So my check is 8 equals 8. Let's try one more. I have 4 X's, so 4 pawns. And I need to subtract a negative 4. I need to subtract a green 4, but I don't have a green 4 to take away. That's where that power of a zero pair comes in. So I'm going to add a zero pair of 4s in so that I can take away that negative 4 as part of my setup. So 4x minus a negative 4 is the same as 4x plus 4. And then on this side, I have a negative 4. So now I have cubes of different colors, so I have to use the legal moves I learned in lesson 18. I like to use the adding in the missing half of a zero pair. And so I have the negative 4 and a positive 4, and I'm going to just need to duplicate a 4 cube really quick here so I can get another one. So I'm going to add in a green 4 to both sides so that I can create this zero pair. So I'm going to drop the zero pair down, and now I have cubes of 2 colors here, so I can rewrite those 2 green 4s as a green 8. So I have some number 4 times, or some number added to itself 4 times, is equal to negative 8. Well, I know that negative 2 4 times is negative 8. Now I'm going to go back to my original to do my check. So I have negative 2 plus negative 2 plus negative 2 plus negative 2. Well, that's worth negative 8. Negative 8 plus a positive 4 is equal to negative 4. And on the right side, I also have negative 4. So my check is negative 4 equals negative 4. So in this lesson, you learned that you can use zero pairs of cubes as part of the setup.